Labels are a primitive way for humankind to make sense of what they don't know. And so never tie yourself to a label. The only label that you should ever tie yourself to is your name. Like, hi, I am Brayden.
Hello, my name is Skylar Hudson. I grew up all over the Wasatch Front, but the majority of my childhood I spent in Bountiful, Utah.
I did grow up Mormon. I don't know. It's kind of interesting. You never really know anything different when you are born and raised into a certain faith.
Hello, my name is Jarek Lewis. I grew up in southern Utah in a small town called Enoch. Growing up as Mormon as a kid, that's all I knew.
My name is Kellen Fowers. I grew up in Napa Valley, California. Yes, I grew up Mormon. I grew up LDS. Growing up in California, it's probably unlike Utah where I did not have a lot of neighbors that were LDS. In fact, no one in my neighborhood was. I think probably the thing that I loved most about growing up Mormon were the standards with which I was raised.
Being a Mormon kid in Utah was pretty great, I guess. I mean, you're able to connect with a lot of people in your neighborhood and kids your age in ways other than just school.
So I served a mission for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in the Seoul, Korea mission. I chose to serve a mission because it was something I wanted to do. It was something I genuinely had a testimony for, and it's something that I truly believe. I didn't feel like it was forced. I filled out my papers myself. I know there's a lot of people that their parents will submit their mission papers for them because they're not sure what they want to do or if they even want to serve, and that was not where I was at. I actually submitted them 6 months to the day before I turned 19 because that's as early as you can submit them, and I was ready to go because I'd already finished school at BYU at the time.
Well, I didn't really decide to serve a mission. It was more my dad did everything for me, and I'm just so laid back that I ended up going. In New York City, I spoke Spanish. But I'm glad I did because I really enjoyed it. It was really fun. It was a really good experience. I am glad that I got to do that.
The Republic of China, and I loved my mission. Yeah, it was a incredible experience. I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world.
So for me, I don't believe that it was ever a specific moment in time that I realized that I was gay. I think that it was more through a series of experiences that I developed, or that I endured, I guess, is a better way of saying it.
So I think I was probably starting to realize that I was gay when I was 12, around the age of 12. I did not admit it to myself until after I was 21.
So I didn't really get to come out. When I first moved out of my house right after high school, I was living with my older brother and his boyfriend at the time. My brother's also gay. And he told my dad that I was pansexual and that I was dating boys. And so I didn't get to do that, really.
Since I was little, I knew I was different. I never really liked girls. Through high school and everything, I never dated. I mean, I take girls to prom to try and keep up the image of, so people didn't assume or think that I was gay because I wasn't doing anything with girls. I'd say probably around 12 was when I realized it, but even then I didn't really accept it. It wasn't until probably 18, when I was 18 years old, that I finally accepted that I was gay.
About 3 years ago now, my father and I had a conversation wherein he identified, or he came out to me that he is gay. So I had a lot of resentment that had built up and a lot of kind of hurt feelings because of my father and the fact that when I was 13 he walked out of my life. And so essentially what I started to evaluate were the feelings that I endured and experienced as a child.
So it was really hard for me to realize I was gay. So at the time I identified as pansexual, and I didn't want to remove that label because I was so scared of being labeled gay. And I had attached myself to that as a safety net that's well, I still can like girls, so my family still has hope and things like that. But I told her, I was I don't want to date girls, I don't want to marry girls, I want to be with a man, so am I just gay? And then a couple months later I finally was you know what, I think I am gay, and I told a couple of my close friends, and I was let's use that as my label, and let me just see how it feels. And it's right. I mean, I'm gay, and so from there it's just been easier just to live life authentically.
choosing to have a relationship with a woman or a man didn't impact what I knew I wanted in my life. I still would love to be married, to have a family. I want to have 2 kids. I do not want to live in Utah.
A stable job, a good income, kids, married, of course.
I want to get married, I want to have a husband, and I want to have kids, and I want to have a house, dog, probably more than 1 dog.
A family built on the marriage of a man and woman supplies the best setting for God's plan to thrive, the setting for the birth of children who come in purity and innocence from God, and the environment for the learning and preparation they'll need for a successful mortal life.
If I were to give anybody advice, stay grounded with who you are. Take a deep breath and realize that you are valuable and that you are loved and that there's nothing wrong with you.
I think the best advice that I could give to like a youth that is both gay and Mormon is to not be afraid of who they are. Like, just live your own truth, I guess. Like, find those that are able to support you and to love you for who you are regardless of what that means. Something that the church always talks about is unconditional love and a Christ-like love. And I feel like that goes as far as long as you're willing to uphold their standards.
That's probably the thing I regret most, was that I didn't come out sooner, because I didn't realize how much of an impact I could have on other people.
No one should be hated just because they're different. And I think learning to accept those individuals for who they are, regardless of what that means, is probably more so the Christ-like thing to do.
Have that conversation with your parents. It's gonna be painful, and the sooner you do it, the faster they can heal, and you can heal, and you guys can all work together to be better.
I think for me in my life right now, I've never had a group of gay friends, and that's something that very recently in the last several months I've developed and become encircled by. And I am really proud of the fact that I've been able to find people that truly love me for me and are able to be there for me and support me regardless of where I'm at in life and the struggles and hardships I'm experiencing or enduring. It's really important to have people like that around you, whether it's mentors or people that are older or people that are in your same stage of life, or even people that are younger that can look up to you and you kind of build each other up and grow stronger together. I think being Mormon and being gay, a lot of times it means giving up a lot of what your family life at one point looked like when they have a hard time accepting who you are. And I think learning that family doesn't have to mean one thing, but you can find family in those around you and your friend groups is really important.